Yeah, checking machine. I mean, that is for the Sunday Murli, but we will get into the depth of that a little bit further. Um, but you want to say anything about today's Murli or anything else? If not, we'll go to the Sunday Murli. So one thing that the thought was to highlight on is Baba was, it was New Year's Eve, no? So um, Baba was highlighting this idea of newness. And your newness is not just for one day, but your newness is for a whole new cycle. So this whole confluence age. But the thought was to focus in because he was saying, how much is your savings account? And how much have you saved your treasures? How much have you accumulated these very special and invaluable treasures of the confluence age? So the thought was to that together that we churn a little bit, go into the depth of how do we increase these accounts. And let's go over to the board. It might help us understand a little bit better. You can see the board. So do you remember what the Baba said we were having to save? What were the treasures that we have to save?
One was thoughts. That's one. Thoughts, time, powers.
Thoughts, that was one treasure. So our saving accounts, how do we accumulate in the saving account using the treasure of thought, time, power, and what was the other one? There were four.
Knowledge.
Yeah, this knowledge. So we're not doing an overall revision. It is more we're zooming into one aspect of the Murli and making it into to dharana for ourselves and making it into practices for ourselves. Understand, otherwise it's just nice knowledge and almost like philosophical in our head, but it doesn't find its way into our lives and in practically accumulating in our accounts. So, how do we accumulate in our account of accumulation through this treasure of thoughts? Baba give some detail in that Murli also, in Sunday's Murli. Some. First of all, how do you accumulate? Say, for example, you need to accumulate water. What do you do first? What is the first thing that you do?
Well, you have to
You
save.
have a you have a place to store it.
Yeah, so you have to have a place to store it. And if that storage place has a lot of holes, so you have like a container, but it has a lot of holes. then you're not saving anything. You're not storing, you're making a lot of effort to fill that container, but the whole thing will leak away, no?
Well, you would recognize it. You would see the holes and
Mhm.
then you do whatever measures to fix it. No?
So first of all, you need to have a container, and you need to make sure that that container doesn't have any leakages, isn't it? And then you also need to check the quality of that water, because you don't want to store water that is dirty or contaminated or poisonous. You need to make sure that that water is of a good quality. You need to have a container, and you need to make sure that that container is not leaking. Otherwise, you're not accumulating anything, or you're accumulating garbage or poison. That also does not make much sense. So how do we translate that to thoughts? First of all, you need to choose the highest quality of thoughts. That is what you want. So you will accumulate in your account of good karma, so to speak, or your good account by choosing, by having the highest quality of thoughts. Now, what are the highest quality of thoughts?
Thoughts of love, peace,
Bhagats also have love and peace. And the UN, they also have thoughts of peace.
purity,
Good wishes for others.
Mhm. But what is the basis for that?
The very first thought is get grounded in I am soul.
Yeah, very good. First of all, we need to get Baba's perspective and have Baba's perspective right. So the intellect, Baba said today, they all have stone intellect. No? Even they come here, they have good feelings, but they don't understand. So first of all, we need to have an intellect that has the right perspective, an intellect that has the perspective as Baba has it. And these kinds of images, whether it is the official picture of the Brahma Kumaris or the sketches, it helps you. What is the big picture? From where accurate thoughts and even elevated thoughts can emerge. Otherwise, it is bhakti based, or otherwise, it is just iron H sanskars that are giving the thoughts, or iron H scenes that are triggering your thoughts. And that is not an elevated thought. Baba called that, what did Baba call that? Same Murli, ordinary thoughts. We don't want, ordinary thoughts will not help you accumulate. In that account for 21 births and for the whole cycle. Now, ordinary thoughts may make you at this level, something will go right, maybe, or be okay, but that will not accumulate in the account of soul consciousness for the future cycle. So that the elevated thoughts, the highest quality of thoughts, are thoughts that come from the divine intellect. And the divine intellect has the clarity of the whole picture. The divine intellect operates from the basic understanding that the real self is an immortal, invisible, timeless, God-like being of light who belongs to God, who belongs to that home, comes here to just temporarily play a part. And from that deeper understanding, that deeper clarity, thoughts that come, they will be elevated thoughts. So people may say, oh, good wishes. I wish that you get a promotion at your job. That is a good wish, no? Or I wish that you may have a healthy child. It's a good wish. But is that an elevated thought? Is that an elevated good wish as per Baba's standard? No. From Baba's standard, the thoughts you would have, oh, you are a soul too, my brother. If there is a baby in the womb, oh, that's a soul too, immortal, not mother and child. No, there are two souls there. Brothers of one family, everyone having their own journey. Understand? So we need to first of all be clear, and this is where Baba's emphasis is on, initially at least, no, with all the children, to teach, to teach, to teach, because that is the way that we can begin to grasp even what are the types of thoughts we need to have in any situation, whatever the situation is. Otherwise, the thoughts will be triggered by, what is it? Iron-aged sanskars. Thoughts will be triggered by some scene happening in the drama. And those scenes in the drama may still be happening, but then your thoughts will be different. No? So someone, for example, someone says something nasty to Rona. How can I respond? For at least within myself, how can that, how can I accumulate in my account through thoughts if a scene like that comes in front? Someone is nasty to Rona. How can you accumulate?
You remember your soul and that they're talking to your bodily form, not your true form as a soul.
Yeah.
And that they're a soul too.
Yeah, very good. So it is just like you're watching television, somebody doing something nasty to someone else. Somebody push Charlie Chaplin, push him. So do you take it personally? Do you take offense? This is happening in the drama. So first of all, you don't take offense. You don't identify. And so you stop leakage. No thoughts of why, how come I did so nothing wrong? What is this? It should not have happened. Oh, Baba, help him, whatever. No, full stop. No leakage. No why, what, cry, how, when, or it shouldn't be this, what. Stop. This is happening in the drama on the screen. This is not me. I am this invisible living light. So that is elevated thoughts. Now, if even in that situation of nastiness or whatever, you then also look at the other and have thoughts, you are also a spiritual being, playing part, whatever the part is. You are my brother. The feelings of love, Baba also loves you.
And mercy, right?
And we are children of that one supreme. We are brothers. You hold that vision, that attitude, those feelings for the other. Then your account goes through the roof. Understand? And so then you will say to yourself, more nastiness better, because my account can increase. Understand? I mean, Baba says these things like, and you kind of say, yes, yes, Baba, and then it goes over our head. But this is what Baba means. And at this time, we have tremendous opportunity to accumulate in our account. But we need to stop the leakage, have the best quality, highest quality of thoughts. And the container, of course, is your own mind in which it all plays out. And it finds its way into your eyes, it finds its way into your words, into your attitude and feelings and intentions. And if under that extreme provocation, you can still be, your account goes through the roof. And Baba says Brahma Baba is number one because that soul was able to use all the challenges that faces in this way. That is why he is Narayan. That is why that soul becomes number one, because he could do this in the confluence age. Understand? You get the feel of this accumulation through thoughts, and nobody can stop this. Nobody can prevent you from doing this. This is incognito accumulation. This doesn't depend on anyone else. This is you inside here with Baba. But we need the basis of accurate understanding, accurate perspective on self, on life, on others. And you need to understand drama accurately, because otherwise you will be at the mercy. If I identify with Rona and someone is nasty to Rona, I can't help but feel bad. I can't help but feel insulted. I can't help but feel treated badly and feel injustice. And then all this why, and how, and cry, and no, all the leakage happens. So all the power goes away and you just feel victim, you feel subservient, you feel needy, you feel deprived, you feel treated unfairly, disheartened, sad, mad, both will come. Sad and angry you will get. And then maybe even you will lash out back. Understand? So you're missing the whole opportunity.
The feelings of sad, mad, and bad are three biggest leakages.
Yeah.
So anytime that is emerging, change the course.
Yeah. So this is with thoughts. And so to maybe in your chart, just for today, pay attention on this aspect. Keeping the big perspective. How does Baba see this? What is Baba's vision? What is Baba's perspective? What is Baba's positioning? How would Baba respond in a situation like this? And your account will go through the roof. One day is enough if we can hold this. So three things: the container, make sure there's no leakage. Leakage just means put a full stop. When thoughts go into why and how and what, or they cry, full stop, no comma, no exclamation mark, no question, no dot, 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 full stop. No leakage. And the highest quality of thought. And the highest quality comes from the highest perspective. Okay, second one, time. Actually, the same applies to time. No? Don't waste it. And how do we waste time? Baba says in other Murlis, he goes into detail. To look at things and to think about things that have nothing to do with you. That doesn't help in your, what is it, your journey of ascension. It doesn't have anything to do with your duty as a Brahmin soul in terms of service. You're looking at things and you're thinking about things that have nothing to do with that. And in other Murlis, he says, most of the time is you're looking at other people and you're thinking about other people. And in these days, it is not just other people in that sense, but television and videos and all of that. Much of that goes into the account of wasting time. Because it blunts the intellect, that is one thing. Mind is easier distracted because you think of all kinds of things. Your mind is pulled into that external experience that is created. Creativity goes down, concentration goes down, wasting time. And wasting time and wasting thought, it goes together. The one doesn't exclude the other. Now, how can we save time? And how can we use time as a treasure to accumulate in our account?
That's why it's so important to have a chart.
Mm-hmm. The chart means checking. So when you were talking about the checking machine, one aspect of the checking machine is the chart.
Introspection.
Introspection, very good. Erna wanted to say anything?
See and don't see.
See and don't see, very good. You
We are
observe that mind, you don't create thoughts about what is being observed.
So one thing which you have said many times in classes, I hold that in my awareness. We are in the drama and we are seeing things. First thought can come, but the second is my choice. So I put a full stop immediately. So I'm not getting dragged into the drama at all. That is, and when you are in the drama, like you're, not just watching, but doing some role, putting a full stop, seen over, thought over.
Another way, whatever is the activity, whether it is watching or listening to, because listening, Baba also said, you are listening to things that are useless, listening to things that breaks the consciousness and that brings the soul down. That is also wasting of time. So another aspect of this is whatever you see or whatever you listen to, you change it into a point of churning. So you change water into butter, something like that, So whatever the scene is, you use it to churn knowledge and apply knowledge so that you learn a lesson from it, or that you see the benefit in the situation. So then you make that, you change it around into something that gives you power. No, this is what this bed of snakes is about, Vishnu. Snake are there, but he's using that situation to become powerful as a soul. First, another aspect is also maryadas. No, Baba gives us how to plan our day. Following maryadas, implementing the maryadas is a good use of your time. Doing everything what Baba has said as suggestion for our activities during the day. Use every scene for service, every interaction, every action, every moment. Use it for service, spiritual service of self, spiritual service of others. Then you're using time in a worthwhile way. And again, don't take it superficial. No, I'm serving them because I have what? I'm giving them some money and I'm giving them sweets and I'm taking them to the cinema. That is not service. Spiritual service, actions that will bring them closer to their soul conscious state, bring them closer to their waking up. And of course that that can also be done through your thoughts, through your attitude, through your vision, through your good wishes, but then you're making good use of your time.
I am, it's, you can begin to see that all four of these are related.
Of course.
Yeah, they're definitely all connected. So if you're losing one, you're losing all. And if you're
Yeah.
gaining one, you're gaining all.
Exactly. Yeah.
They all play together in every scene. And if you're getting stuck in the drama, that means you fail to apply them.
Baba is master teacher, no? So he breaks things down into the minutest detail and he covers every aspect. But at the same time, he also shows you the big picture. At the same time, he shows you the seed, but all of it is definitely connected. If you're wasting your thoughts, you're wasting your time. And wasting your time also means you're wasting thoughts. The energy of your thoughts, the treasure.
And your power as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it is all connected. Yeah. But it means it is good, no? Because we also need variety. We need, what is the word? We need variety. We need some entertainment. So today you're focusing on this, today you're focusing on that, then you focus on that. But it will help the whole thing. Because whichever you're paying attention to, it will also, all the others will go up, need to go up. But as a teacher, Baba's first, action you could say is to give this, to bring this, because we need accurate. Of course, he creates a family, he brings love so that people are pulled and attracted and feel comforted and comfortable and they feel secure. But the whole aim of creating a family is for him to be able to teach and to bring everyone out of their limited understandings or wrong understandings, devilish understandings. But it is good to have a chart, make a chart, and have a focused aim today. One of these treasures. And ask yourself continuously, is this the highest use of my treasure? Is this the best use of treasure? And these three things are good to remember. No leakage, highest quality, and the container. No, so the container is your mind, your intellect, your subconscious. Make sure there's no leakage. So other way to leakage is you thinking about others. Today Baba said, no, they're thinking about their friends and relatives. This is waste. Your power is leaking away. Whatever you have accumulated, it leaks away. And then what is the quality that you put in? And maybe focusing on thoughts is the easiest way at the moment, and it will, and accuracy of this. And Baba said, do something new. Don't go about it in an ordinary way. You want to say anything?
One thing which I remind myself very often. Can you hear me, sister? Okay. When Baba breaks it down and goes in details and all, sometimes the feeling of overwhelming comes, that so much to pay attention.
It just froze, Anita. Not sure what's going on.
To
Still
do.
frozen.
But then I think the knowledge accurately.
Yeah, now it is okay.
Yeah, you're frozen again.
Yeah.
So we missed the last part.
But from what I caught
Oh,
that she
internet.
said so far is that
Now?
sometimes when Baba breaks it down and goes into detail, it feels like so overwhelming. So many things, so many areas, so many aspects. And I'll tell the
Yeah.
story of this donkey. And it is
So,
good to remember.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we're hearing you.
Okay, sorry, the internet was unstable.
But
So
did you hear us?
I heard you explaining the overwhelming part, but a good reminder, I use it for myself, is that they're all interconnected. If we implement one accurately, others fall in place automatically. So if knowledge is understood accurately, right, then thoughts, what we create, are elevated, and the time is used, and we use it again and again, power builds up. So it just becomes simple.
No, I don't agree with it. If you have knowledge, it's not necessary that you are. Knowledge is something, but using the knowledge is other thing. That's the way I think. I have knowledge, but sometimes I still waste my time. And I'm realizing at the end of the day that I didn't do what the way I was supposed to do. Like I spend more time, like sister was saying, seeing things, like so many different kind of things. So you see on the internet, not like wasting, but you don't need to see so many things like when you are on this path. So knowledge, I have it, knowledge, but other thing is like, am I using it? I have to constantly be aware. Yeah, that's the way I'm just saying my experience. Yeah.
But maybe because we were also discussing this the other day, when we are stuck and not being able to implement knowledge is one way of being stuck. There are other ways also. But one other way to look at it is maybe we need to deepen our knowledge. Maybe we need to deepen our understandings. Because we might have knowledge, yes, but maybe the depth and the strength And the deeper layers of it, that is what I don't necessarily grasp. And that is why there might not be enough motivation to be alert. And knowledge is not like a static thing. I have it and now I know it and that's it. I also observe within myself. In the morning, something may be very clear for me. But by the time I reach lunch, that same point, I can't even properly grasp it anymore. So we also, go up and down in terms of our subtle grasping and understanding of knowledge. And so if we are not able to imbibe, it still means it is useful to go back to basics and revise and refine and subtly go into the depth. And one example of the power of understanding, if you are very, very thirsty, and somebody gives you a glass with some, looks like juice, you will want to drink because you want to drink. But if somebody tells you it is not actually juice, there is poison in there, you will not drink because you know it is ultimately detrimental. If you don't know, you will drink. So there is power in knowledge. And if there is powerful depth of knowledge, it will influence our choices and our behavior. But sometimes our knowledge is not complete enough, or not deep enough, or not subtle enough. And that is why it is useful to repeatedly revise, and go back to basics, grasp it deeper. But it is true, I may have knowledge, but I still don't act based on it. But maybe that knowledge needs a bit more refinement also. Yeah. But so both is right.
I need to, what is the container you said, mind? Where does all thoughts store?
In the context of thoughts, I just trying to make like an analogy so that it becomes easy to understand. No?
So all
If you
thoughts
want to
are
save
stored.
something,
Uh-huh.
if you want to save or accumulate something, you need a container, but you need a container that is not leaking. Say if you want to save water, you might have missed that. If we made that analogy, if you want to save water, there are three things. You need a container to save the water, to store it. You need the container to not leak. And you want the highest quality of water. You don't want contaminated water to be stored.
So where all the thoughts are stored?
No, the analogy we were making is that this would be like the mind. But the mind is leaking if your attention, mind and intellect, if your attention goes here and there and everywhere, it is like leaking. If you're
Yes.
seeing why, what, how, when, where, it is like leaking. But then within that, you need to choose the highest quality.
Also, not to have too many thoughts also helps the our feels like very peaceful. Yesterday, I was practicing not to have too many thoughts. After I attended your peace retreat about thoughts, like my take home was like not to have too many thoughts, because I'm the kind of person like I like to have one and then second, like so I'm just yesterday not to have, like I was not giving more thoughts, so I felt very peaceful actually.
Yeah, very good. Too many thoughts, and most of those thoughts may be either useless thoughts, no, not necessary thoughts. Diminish the amount of thoughts. Okay? So let's have some moments of remembrance, conscious, silent remembrance. And maybe today, use the day to have to pay attention to this treasure of thoughts. And then tonight, you write to Baba how it went, how much your saving account has gone up.